All right, everybody, welcome to game one of our playoffs for the volunteer tournament. All these players are volunteering in some fashion in World of Warships, be it privateers, wiki editors, super testers, community contributors, King of the Sea staff. So let's take a look at what we have. We've got ourselves Helgrunt in the Schlieffen, full secondary build. Khan Ikkanen in the Alexander Nevsky. Looks like he's doing more of a reload setup there. Xerneos in the Salem reload build. Ooh, not choosing concealment module and instead going for the consumables module. Very interesting choice. And then finally, Napoli, DTK Gamer, doing the same thing, using his consumables module. Opposing him to the south is Team NEIN. That's Siraku in the Salem there. More kind of a standard build. Highfire in a Des Moines, also standard build. Toxic Symphony in St. Vincent. He was telling me yesterday he really loves that ship. And then finally, Seal 9 in the Napoli. Now, these are all press accounts, which means all players must go forth and spec their ships manually. Commander skills, upgrades, flags, all that stuff. Initial shots on Highfire, who was detected by Xerneos' radar. These maps are smaller. This is Greece. You're going to notice that the maps are going to be tinier. And because of that, Salem actually reaches quite a bit with his radar. Toxic taking some big hits early in his St. Vincent. Now, of course, he does have that nice heal that's ready to go. He's going to see if he can punch Xerneos' face in the Salem. Let's see if he does. Yeah, he does. Those shells connect. Schlieffen returns fire. Actually, no, he shoots at Seal's Napoli. Now, worth noting, at this point, NEIN does not have any caps. DTK Gamer is moving with his Napoli, so XKHD will end up with 2 caps, the B and the C cap. That's going to put a big timer on Team 9 to find a way to get back into this game. And you can kind of see the realization of that as Seal and Toxic both make hard turns to head towards A. Another salvo from Toxic this time. It does not hit. DTK Gamer getting in the rear of Highfire's Des Moines and Siraku's Salem, just causing havoc. Now, because Siraku is detected, you can see DTK is able to just sit there with his secondaries ablaze. Now, he does not have secondary upgrade in slot 6. He's got his main battery. But he is just outside of his firing penalty with his main battery, so he is able to open up with both secondaries and guns and even torpedoes right now in Siraku. Brilliant positioning in that Napoli. Highfire inching forward, Toxic heading straight for the A cap. Seal working his way around. They know they need to get into the cap. Toxic continuing to try to punch Xerneos' Salem. After that one mega hit, he really hasn't been able to come up with much. Highfire just took a big hit there. He's a little bit too far forward. Alright, now he's backing up. Sorry, I needed some water. Those torpedoes are now hitting the Salem. No, they actually miss. But wait, there's more. And remember, Salem can choose to take either radar or hydro. Siraku actually takes hydro. Makes sense. You put him in the middle of the map, you use your hydro to completely lock that target for a very long time. So that's actually a really interesting idea. And that hydro is going to come available just as these torpedoes are going to be discovered. There's Siraku's Hydru. It's going to catch the Salem. Seal now taking some hits. Radar up by Khan to keep Seal detected. Seal's not going to be able to use his smoke and make Inky like he wants to. But this is a Nevsky. Its radar does not last forever. So he is going to be able to go dark, but not before Helgron's salvo comes in from the Schlieffen. Ooh, I didn't notice this. Seal's engines are down. And he's on fire. He waits for the opportunity to smoke up, he does, and then he DCPs and starts moving. Very smart positioning there. Toxic might come away with the ACAP finally. He does. High Fire is only down to 10,000. He does manage to get one of his heals off. So he's not quite dead, and he is getting better. Meanwhile, all the way on the other side, DTK is continuing to work south in the Napoli. Oh! Just hammers Shiraku Salem right there. Don't worry, some of that will buff out. But not much of it. Here comes the next salvo. That time, Shiraku was ready, and he was able to angle. Comes the next salvo. Let's get back in and see what things are looking like up close and personal. Shiraku still managing to angle accordingly. Are we about to see the Schlieffen push? I mean, technically they don't need to, right? XKHD has all the points right now. Toxic, though, is starting to push forward with the St. Vincent. I think he realizes play must be made. He's actually dark right now, which is interesting. Looks like High Fire is being dispatched to deal with the Napoli. I like that idea. They got to get him out of this game. Toxic, therefore, is going to go up and try to bear the brunt of the Schlieffen secondaries, while looking south at the Napoli. High Fire goes down to Napoli shells. Must have been a little bit too broadside because he had a good amount of hit points left. That is a huge loss for Team 9. Remember, this is a best of 3. Toxic actually beaches himself in front of the Schlieffen. Seal now in trouble. They have worked down Khan quite nicely, though. He is under 10,000, and he does not have a heal available, so Seal could possibly take Khan down. That would be very important. Let's see if we can get both, because they're small maps. It's hard to get everything in the screen. Toxic gets Napoli'd down, and that's it. GG. Gonna be a wipe. At this point, I'm sure Toxic has told his team, because he's calling, hey, let's go. Let's just move on to the next match. Let's see what we can do. Toxic's internet went down. Unfortunate. Well, that leaves Shiraku as the lone ship for Team 9, and he's not long for this world. Got 40 seconds left. Shiraku probably isn't going to die here, which is unfortunate because y'all know how much I love my death picks.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Well, it was a good battle. It was a lot of fun to watch, and by no means was it a one-sided Wampa Stompa. So, oh, expert dodge of the torpedo there. Death pick, death pick, death pick. Say it with me, guys. Death pick, death pick. Yes! Alright, since Shiraku lived, we get to take pictures of him dying. Well, congratulations to XKHD for getting that first win. Remember, this is a best of 3. So let's go back to the tournament screen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2. Team 9 versus XKHD. XKHD in the lead. 9 looking to win a game in this best of 3 matchup. 9 obviously wanting to win, force a game 3. So, Team 9 is bringing Highfire in that Des Moines once again. Seal in the Napoli, this time with range instead, it looks like. Toxic once again in that St. Vincent, and finally Siraku. Pretty much the same setups that we've seen. Opposing him to the south, XKHD currently up one game over their opponents. There's that Salem with that had that consumable duration module. Schlieffen, full secondary build. Napoli, reload build. Khan is in Napoli this time. Interesting. And then DTK Gamer is in the San Martin. Very interesting. Well, we'll see how deployments work. Now, Polar is such a small map that if people want to change sides, they have to do it extremely early. If you look at it, Toxic and, well, a whole bunch of people made changes immediately to their courses. And it looks like we're going to see a showdown at the Charlie Cap. There's a little bit going on between Highfire's Des Moines and DTK San Martin. Shells coming in from Toxic. They just missed. Who's going to have the advantage in this? This one's going to be an interesting fight. The San Martin's got torpedoes, but it only has AP shells. So, I'm curious to see, can the San Martin take out the front turrets of the Des Moines? Highfire's done a nice job tucking into the islet here, so Helgrun's Schlieffen isn't really able to help. DTK starting up with his first super heal. Let's see if there's anything else going on in the map. Nope. Let's get back into the action down here. Now what DTK wants to do is he wants to drive by and dump his torpedoes into Highfire. Highfire cannot allow that to happen. Funny button pressed for DTK. That's going to allow his next heal to come up really quickly. As you can see, 15 seconds and he already healed once. Citadel's now taking out the front turret of DTK, and boom! Highfire dominating DTK Gamers San Martin with that Des Moines. That's a huge kill for Team 9. Meanwhile, Xerneos' Salem is getting whacked, but Khan reacts and responds with his own kill in the Napoli. Siraku had no gap as Toxic just punches Xerneos in the face. Takes a torpedo or two for his trouble, but you know, whatever. Now, this is huge because it's going to allow all the way on the other side, you can see it, Highfire, he's going to just walk into A and take it. Then, he's just going to walk into B and take it. At least he can if he wants to. Seal's lost a turret. Schlieffen torpedoes coming in on Toxic's position. Now, Toxic beached himself again. And this is potentially oof-worthy because look at all the torpedoes coming. Absolutely need to get Highfire into A. And they absolutely need to get Toxic out of these torpedoes. Khan now smoking up alongside Toxic. That's actually gonna force Toxic to turn and eat all these torpedoes, and he goes down to Schlieffen torpedoes just like that. Khan with the brilliant Napoli play. All right, well, technically we're tied up on ships, although because XKHD still has their battleship up, they are technically higher in points. That will change shortly as High Flyers Des Moines does go into the A cap. Seal's going to go into the B cap. Khan is going to get into the C cap. And Hellgrunt, as you can see, he's quite far away, but he's working on it. And Seal is stuck broadside with an island behind him. Whoa. That could have been a lot worse. Seal ducking out of the cap. We're going to see Napoli and Des Moines for a little bit here. Now this is going to be crucial. It's going to get resets. What needs to happen is Seal needs to find a way to get around Khan while Hellgrunt is too far away to support his teammate. Highfire is a little bit too far forward. You can see the Schlieffening is happening. He's taking Schlieffen secondaries. So he's got to back off. AP from Khan. Misses. Now, Khan is unable to get the C-cap. That could be huge. Highfire is healing now. But again, Khan needs to go down yesterday in order for Seal's team to have a chance to win this, for Team 9 to have a shot at this. They are doing good work on Khan. Khan being forced to show side to both, and that's what happens. That's how you execute a ship, ladies and gentlemen. You isolate the opponent, get on both sides. Brilliant play calling there. And now Hellgrunt is out by himself in that Schlieffen. I want to take a moment and remind people, if you see epic moments, please, by all means, clip them. Because I always love having clips. They're great for YouTube Shorts. They're great for people to get just a quick glimpse at something they might have missed in the tournament. All right. Good resets there by Seals Napoli. I'm surprised that Highfire is pushing forward a little bit here. I would have thought he'd continue to reverse to give him a little bit more flexibility in making these turns. Torpedo hit. Ooh, looks like Seal took a torpedo as well. Seal needs to make Inky. Seal, no, don't shoot. Inky it up. Inky it up. Schlieffen torpedoes the Des Moines. Hellgrunt takes down Highfire. See, that's what I was afraid of. That's exactly what I was afraid of. Now Hellgrunt's got his heel going up. That's why I feel like Highfire made maybe a little bit of a misplay there. I think he was better off just kind of trying to reverse around, let the Schlieffen go forward, and force him to go between both cruisers. Bit of a misplay that's going to possibly cost them this game, as now Seal is forced to deal with the Schlieffen just head on. That earlier torpedo hit really hurts. Oh, and that's it. Seal goes down. Let's get our death pick. Just like that, we are going to be 2-0. XKHD is going to move on in the tournament. Team 9 will move down to the losers bracket, so we will see more of them momentarily. In the meantime,